What's up, guys? Welcome back to Brain Gains. It's currently just before 8 p.m. on Friday evening. Today concludes the end of my quote-unquote rest week, and it will be the last day that I'm running, just because on Sunday I'm going to resume biking, because today the streets are pretty much cleared, and I feel like by Sunday the streets will be completely cleared and I'll be able to bike without having to worry about anything. And so, yeah. 3 days of cardio was interesting. Ran 1.5 miles today, and it was definitely the most difficult as I went the furthest. Did the same speed though, but it was definitely, difficult. It wasn't too bad. Just I've pushed myself through worse things, and so this wasn't too much of a challenge. But one thing I realized, kind of between yesterday and today, especially yesterday, because I heard it a lot, was my shoes hitting. And I know I can run pretty lightly, like without much sound and stuff like that. And so I was thinking, maybe these aren't the right shoes. And I realized that the shoes that I were wearing were the shoes I work out in, and those are training shoes. So they kind of have a bigger platform and weigh a bit more. And then my shoes I use today, which are my running shoes, kind of my everyday shoes, because I don't really run as much anymore. But these shoes are definitely a lot lighter and made the running a bit easier, and just, it wasn't also as loud in my running. And I use that as kind of a metric because, when you're slapping your feet on the ground, you're losing energy to that, kind of the sound energy. And then also it just shows that you're, putting way too much force into the ground. You kind of want to be floating off the ground, not staying too long on the ground when you run. And while I'm no expert in shoes or running or all that stuff, I just know that, you shouldn't be sounding like Clydesdale slapping your feet on the ground. You shouldn't have clown shoes on that are way too large, way too heavy, but you also don't want, shoes that are way too light, kind of. Well, that's not really true, because track shoes with spikes, or track spikes, if you want to call them that, are very, very light. So the lighter, the better. So I don't know. Kind of, I'd say training with too light of shoes isn't good, because you kind of want to have that extra weight on your feet so that when you do transition to actual spikes, it's a bit easier, and you can move a bit faster, be more swift, stuff like that. And so, I don't know. It's just that the shoes I were using were a bit too heavy, and then these are the only other shoes I really had that I could run in, so they worked just a lot better than the ones I were using, because those are training shoes. These are actually meant for running, and they're a bit lighter, and they're just easier to run in. But yeah. Make sure you choose the right shoes for the job, and to make it a bit easier than if you wear the wrong ones. So yeah. I'm gonna get in the shower though, guys. So if you have COVID, y'all wearing a mask in public and around people. If you like the video, really appreciate it. If you subscribe to the channel, really appreciate that. I'll catch y'all next time. So adios.